Hey everyone, welcome back to the NALCS Summer Split. Rivington here, joined by the Odd One and Wild Turtle after your victory. Quite a long game you guys had played out there. It was a little bit back and forth. Talk to me about the 5-1 and 6 score. This is for you, Wild Turtle. That one came from an almighty flash into the base. What was going through your head?
I was getting really bored, and I usually play a lot of solo queue. So in solo queue, when the game gets really boring, I usually just flash and do crazy stuff. And that's, like, I don't know what to say about that.
You shook your head a little bit. What was the communication on the team when this went down? Because I saw you were trying to go in to save face as well.
Well, like Dara said, I'm not going into that, no way. And then I see a special flash over Crescendo. I was like, okay, well, 2 out of 3, so I might as well go in as well. But we were like, oh, it was all good communication at that point. And then once that happened, like there was a bit of silence. Dara said, I'm not going into that. And then like there was just a long silence after that play because it was just really mind-blowing. Like we didn't understand what just happened. That was pretty dumb.
Well, overall, Team Solo Mid as a whole, you guys seem to be having a lot more fun, bringing out what we saw in the spring split. You guys were 5-0 in the last Super Week of the spring split. Now 3-0. What is it that makes you guys excel under the pressure of Super Week?
I don't know. We're just trying our best to get third now that second's out of reach. We know that relegation is very, very scary, and basically we'd have to play a long time because if we get or if we're in a possibility of being relegated, we have to play for the next few months until relegation comes because we don't want to lose our jobs forever. So definitely do not want that to happen. Like at the very least, we have to get playoffs, get the Worlds. So we really have to step it up because these last few games matter way, way more now, and we just don't want to be in a bad spot and get possibly relegated.
And how much is that third place weighing on your mind besides that? Because if you guys get third, your bye means you don't have to face Cloud9 until the finals, or the semis rather, and they've kind of had your number all split.
Yeah, so we haven't done really well against Cloud9, so we prefer third or sixth right now. So like right now we're not doing good against COG either, so they'll probably be either fourth or third depending on how things turn out next few days. So obviously want to avoid facing them. So if we're in the third place area, we get to face Vulcan, which we have done slightly better than Cloud9 because I don't think we've even won against Cloud9 yet. Here's hoping we can this week, but it's mostly we just want an easier or a better chance at the world spot.
And Turtle, the communication on the team, as I said, has been seemingly going up. Has this been worked on, or things that are just panning out as TSM is kind of going back into a winning phase?
I don't know. Answer them on one.
We're trying to talk more, like talk more in scrims, but then there's like that flash over the wall that cannot be explained. That it completely ruined everything, actually. Like we were doing so well that game, and then there's this dead silence for like the next 30 seconds while Dara said that was some next level stuff over and over. And that was like, wow, that's pretty tragic. So I don't know what else to say.
All right, so looking forward, enough about the games. Vulcan and Cloud9 are your last matchups for Super Week. How are you going to prepare for these?
We practiced a lot against Cloud9. Cloud9 sort of in the MVP ozone position where everyone sort of knows what they're going to play. They see it coming because why change what's working for you? So we can sort of use that to strategize. We also have Vulcan, who's also really strong, and they actually beat Cloud9 just yesterday, I believe. So they're going to be a really hard team, but we're going to have to bring out everything because we really want the third place spot.
All right, guys. Well, congratulations on the win. Thank you very much for your time in the interview lounge. Best of luck going again in a consistent 5-0 week, just like the summer week, or Super Week at the end. Guys, it's coming to a close here in our second day of Super Week, but you know Super Week has 20 games, so we have a full day to come after this. Right now, it's going to be Kobe, though, breaking down some replays for us over in the replay lounge. Kobe, take it away.
All right, thanks, Riv. I do have a couple clips for you here today about these are basically examples of what makes a good gank and what questions you're going to want to be asking yourselves when you're going for a gank. Up first, we have Meteos from Cloud9 in this Cloud9 versus Dignitas game. Now, he is Evelyn in this one, which automatically makes ganking easier. But for this example, it doesn't even matter that he is Evelyn because he's come through the lane to gank here for Shen. So even if he was any other jungler, he would have gotten to this point right here without being seen anyway, because he's come through the lane, no possible wards there, and Balls has told him, Kiwi Kid did not come to lane with any wards, there's no vision of you. We also have Crumbs up here on Jarvan having the exact same idea. So it's going to be a 2 versus 2 situation. There's actually a counter gank that's gone wrong because of the timing. The reason that Meteos went down here to gank Ball's lane is because Shen is amazing at setting up ganks. First thing you want to ask yourself is your lane partner going to be able to set up your gank very well? Shen's perfect because it started off with a taunt. And as we roll this clip, we'll see that Kiwi Kid becomes a non-factor in this fight so early because of the initiation from Balls that Crumbs really comes in. It's not a counter gank at all. He comes into a 1 versus 2 situation because of the timing that Meteos had. He was the first to move, and he did not hesitate. They were able to take out Kiwi Kid before the action even got started. Now is an exact same situation. We're going to have Crumbs mirroring here. He was thinking the same thing, wanted to gank mid. And Meteos as well, wanted to gank mid. This is the only reason that Hai would ever stay in lane with this low HP versus Skara, who's got almost 80% of his HP. So if you're on Dignitas right now, you have to be asking yourself, why is Hai staying in lane? They must have Evelynn in the area. This has got to be a counter gank situation. Crumbs, though, he's still fairly far away from Skara again. So he's going to arrive late once again in this gank. It's the precious few seconds that Meteos starts off the ganks that always gives him the advantage. So let's roll the clip here and we'll see how it plays out. Skara is going to try and bait in Hai here, but Meteos makes the first move and then Meteos flash to pause here. All right, so we just had, that was a lot of action very quick, but what we had was Skara trying to flash forward to get towards. There we go. My elbow hit the thing. We had Skara flashing this way towards Crumbs, and Crumbs having to flash this way to get closer to him. They started off this gank so far apart from each other that they had to use their flashes to try and gain that distance before they could even fight together, and it caused Crumbs to miss his flag EQ combo, and with no knockup, they actually burned down Skara before they can even take out the 10 HP Hai. So let's roll the rest of the clip here, and we'll see that they're able to finish off the Kennen and the Orion at the same time, but because of Meteos' level advantage on Crumbs, he can chase this one down, and they actually get a 2-for-1 kill. Since I accidentally went back to the first clip, let's go back and look at it one more time. The reason that Meteos was ahead in levels for both of those two is because he did a full clear of all the small camps before going to gank. So that other last thing that you have to ask yourself when you're going for a gank is, did I balance my farming with my ganking and waiting potentials? So with that, we're going to send it back to the guys at the desk.
Thanks very much, Kobe. Let's take a look now at the standings heading into the final day of the regular season. Cloud9 is still in first with Vulcan in control of second place, and TSM is in third. CLG sits in fourth, just 1 game behind.
Curse and Dignitas are tied for 5th, with Team Coast sitting in 7th, and Velocity rounding out the standings in 8th.
And tomorrow the standings will be settled once and for all in our final day of the LCS Summer Split. We've got 8 huge games coming to close out the week, beginning with Coast versus Cloud9, which is a game that Coast must win to sit in the playoff race. After that is Dignitas versus Velocity Esports. Then Vulcan takes on TSM, and Curse faces Counterlogic Gaming.
After that, it's Velocity versus Vulcan, and Dignitas taking on CLG. The 7th game of the day features Coast versus Curse, and closing out the regular season, it'll be Cloud9 battling TSM. It all starts at 1 p.m. Pacific, I got it, freak, and 10 p.m. Central European time.
I normally say that one. I'm so used to just chiming
Stuck it out of you. It's mine.
You smited it away. It's yours now. But before we kick off the final day here in North America, the European LCS continues their Super Week with 6 games on Friday morning. First up, it's SK Gaming versus Meet Your Makers, followed by Evil Geniuses taking on Gambit, and then the Lemon Dogs face Alternate.
Then Ninjas in Pajamas battle Fnatic. Gambit takes on SK, and closing out that day will be the Lemon Dogs versus EG.
The action starts Friday at 5 a.m. Pacific and 2 p.m. Central European Summertime.
And remember, if you missed any of today's action, head over to lolesports.com, click on Schedule, and hit the Match Details button below. The games that you want to watch.
Indeed, you should. So that does it here for Day 2 of Week 9 in North America. So for myself, Jat, Riv, Kobe, and the entire live broadcast crew, GG, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, we will.
Dodging out the wall. The arrow double lift right to the front of the fight. Stranglethorns go up. He is not coming out of this one alive.
Oh, that's cool.
He's going for it. He gets it. Oh, he's going to get it. There's the shield. It's going to be the let's bounce, and it's going to be the let's get out of here.
Victor! Yeah, Victor!
Woo!
Here we go, let's go! Submarine!
They have the damage they need. Beautiful stun combo just crushes the health bars.
Oh my god, you're alive?